Paramahamsa Sri Nithyananda, or Swamiji, is a revolutionary spiritual master of our millennium. He walks on a mission to heal the world through the powers of meditation. Swamiji chose to be born as Rajashekaran in the sacred town of Tiruvannamalai in southern India. Mastering yoga and rigorous spiritual practices at a young age, Rajashekaran finally left home for the Himalayas in the quest of the ultimate truth. This quest led his feet to the holiest of pilgrimage spots and to great spiritual masters in India and Tibet. After years of wandering, study, and intense penance, the boy Rajashekaran experienced the ultimate flowering of consciousness on January 1st, 2000. Rajashekaran became Paramahamsa Sri Nithyananda. Guided by a divine vision, Swamiji set up Dhyanapita, a worldwide movement for meditation in Bidadi near Bangalore in India. At the ashram, seekers aged between 8 and 80 live and learn in the Master's presence. Ananda healing, a unique healing science formulated by Swamiji, has been baffling the medical world by curing diseases ranging from migraine to cancer. Qualified individuals are also initiated by Swamiji into Ananda healing. Today there are over 300 healing centers and over 700 healers worldwide. The Ananda Spurana program is an intensive workshop for chakra healing and meditation that brings together philosophies and techniques from the world's major spiritual streams. The Nithyananda Spurana program, or NSP, is an advanced level course where participants work on all their 7 energy bodies. Ananda Yoga is an introductory program to help integrate meditation into our normal lifestyle with practical and powerful techniques to cope with work stress, ill health, and failing relationships. Swamiji also reaches out to people with dhyana satsangs or mass meditation camps that take meditation to the remotest towns and villages of India. Swamiji travels the world committed to spreading awareness about the role of individual transformation in shaping global communities. With a pragmatic vision that links Eastern philosophy to the Western scientific thought, Swamiji continues to awaken humanity to the significance of spirituality in our time.
The I problem is all today's topic. I think this is the only problem which has been faced by every human being There are thousands of problems in the world, but not all human beings face one problem. This one problem, almost all the human beings, every individual faces, every person undergoes it, either in one way or the other. Everybody faces the problem of I. What is actually the I problem? Somebody went to Ramana Maharshi and asked, Bhagavan, I want peace. He said, drop that I and the want, what remains is peace. Drop that I and the want, what remains is peace. Throughout his life, he preached nothing but only one thing, one technique. Ask who am I for any problem. Standard solution. Who am I? Almost all the religions and all the masters have spoken, explained on this I problem. Upanishad says, Aham Brahmasmi. Jesus says, be still and know that I am God. Islam says, Anal Haq, I am the truth. Buddha says, Appadivo Bhava. Atma is the light. I is the light. Jesus says, I am the path, I am the goal. Krishna says, I am everything. The I, you all should understand, when Krishna says, I am everything, he does not mean his form. He does not mean the Vasudeva Krishna. He means that universal Krishna, that God, the divine, or the energy who is called in the name of Krishna. When he says, I am everything, he does not mean that his form is everything, or the boy who is taken birth for Vasudeva and Devaki. Not that small boy. He is the enlightened Krishna, the master Krishna. Some fanatic devotees of Krishna, they invited me to attend one program. I went to attend that program. They asked me, do you believe in Gita? I said, surely, great. Like Gita, there is no other expression in spirituality. It is an unabridged dictionary of world philosophies. Gita is the unabridged dictionary of the world philosophies. Such a great book. You cannot find a great book like Gita so easily. Then they said, then why are you worshipping other gods also? Krishna is everything, you should worship only Krishna. I told no, there you make a big mistake. They quoted Gita. In Gita, Krishna says, I am everything. I am everything. Then why are you worshipping other gods also? You should worship only Krishna. I told them, here your trouble starts. Here only the problem starts. In Gita, when Krishna says, I am everything, he is in the ecstasy of enlightenment. That's why he says, I am everything. Of course, when you are enlightened, you feel that your whole world is you, and you are the whole world. The energy which moves the sun, which moves the moon, which moves the earth, the same energy will be moving your body. You will see, you will experience. It is one and the same. Then you will feel that you are everything and everything is you. Only in the ecstasy, everything is you, you are everything. Not in the ordinary sense. Sometimes I do say, enlightened master is God. When he was in the ecstasy, when he was in the enlightenment mood, everything is he. Only in that meaning, he said, not that the form of the Krishna. People come and always tell me, Swamiji, you are God, just by your word, such a big problem has disappeared. And such a good things have happened. I always tell them, no. Don't think this form is God. This form is not God. The energy which is beyond this form is God. If you catch this form, then again problem starts. I always tell them, don't catch this form. The energy which moves, which works through this form is God. The other day I had been to some devotee's house. They were asking me, Swamiji, I was worshipping the other guru, another one master. Now I started feeling a deep reverence, respect, love for you. Is it any mistake? Is there any problem? Am I doing something wrong? Perfectly alright, nothing is wrong. It's not like a shop. If you go to other shop, you should not come to my shop. If you come to my shop, you should not go to other shop. No. It's not like a business. I tell them, go wherever it is possible. Go to all the masters. Go to all the gurus. Go to all the religions. Go to all the good places. Pluck flower from all the gardens and make a beautiful garland for you. Pluck flowers from all the gardens and make a beautiful mala for you. You be very clear. Go everywhere. If somebody says, don't go to other person, don't go only to that place. When somebody says, don't go anywhere else, be very sure, be very clear that man is fake. An enlightened man can never say, don't go to the other persons, don't go to the other gurus, or don't go to the other places. I always tell them, go wherever you can. Pluck flowers from all the gardens and make a garland for you, garland for your being. Pluck flowers from all the gardens and make a beautiful bouquet for your being. It is your ego which makes you catch the form. Never be caught by the form. Never be attracted to the form. Just beyond the form. The energy which works, that is what is God, not this form. Somebody asked me, Swamiji, we are seeing your photos are being worshipped everywhere. What you feel? Devotees asked, what you feel when your photos are being worshipped or when your name is being chanted? Thousands of people chant your name as a mantra. Thousands of people worship your photo as a god. What you feel? I told them, I tell you very clearly, it's my honest feeling. I don't feel this form is me, this body is me. I don't feel this name is mine. If you feel this body is you, then you will have ego. I don't feel this body is me. That is why when somebody worships, I also do namaskar. If I go to some devotee's house, there you will see in the puja room my photograph will be there. When I show the arati, I have to show for that also. I cannot say take away my photo, only then I can do puja, no? I showed that photograph also. So I always tell them, I don't associate me or I don't feel that I am only the 6 feet body. But if you feel I am only the 6 feet body, then you will be missing something very big. I told them, the Krishna when he says, I am the world, I am the God, everything is in me, he is the ecstasy of enlightenment. He means the energy which is called Krishna, not the man who is Krishna, not the ordinary man who is Krishna. Then they asked me, no. And Krishna says, it is only the man who is Krishna, the form which is Krishna. What is the proof? It is not the man. Where is the proof? It is not the man, it is only the energy, experience. And I quoted a small incident from Bharata, Mahabharata. I want to tell you the incident. After the Gita, after the Kurukshetra war, after the war which has happened for 18 days, once the war is over, after some 2-3 months, in a very relaxed way, Krishna and Arjuna, they were going for a outing, for a picnic to a nearby forest. At that time, again Arjuna asked Krishna, oh Krishna, you said so many great things in the Gita at the time of war. Because I was too busy with the war, I forgot all the truths which you uttered. I forgot your great teachings. Please, you repeat now once more. I wanted to record the whole thing for my future reference. Please, can you repeat the whole thing? I have forgotten everything. You should remember this one word. Krishna says, forgive me, I have also forgotten. I have also forgotten. At that time he makes a beautiful statement. Then Arjuna is asking, what do you say? What do you mean? You have forgotten. Krishna says, I was in the inspired consciousness. When I spoke Gita, I was in the enlightened mood. The enlightened energy was working through me. He says, it is not me, deham naham. It is not this body which was speaking. When I gave the Gita, it is not Vasudeva Krishna, it is Parabrahma Krishna. It is not Vasudeva Krishna, it is Parabrahma Krishna. It is the divine energy which spoke those words. So, I do not know what I spoke. I can do one thing. Whatever I remember, I will recollect and present it to you, give it to you. If you want, note down those things. So second time, whatever he remembers, very little he repeats. And that is compiled and titled as Anu Gita. There is one more Gita said by Krishna in the Mahabharata, which is a proof. Gita, Krishna does not mean the form of Krishna. It is something beyond the energy. That is what Jesus also means. Be still and know that I am God. Means, he says that I within himself is God. And when Islam prophets say, Anal Haq, I am the truth. The I stands for the energy. I stands for the divinity. Can we have a word? Will it be possible?
Whiteboard.
I'll have to give this argument to support the Krishna fanatics. They are not Krishna devotees, Krishna fanatics. To prove when Krishna means, when Krishna says, I am everything, it does not mean the Vasudeva Krishna, he means the Parabrahma Krishna. The energy is Krishna. The formless spirit, which is Krishna. The I, the mistaking of the I, not only happens it also not only happens in the Puranic ages or between the master and disciple, it also happens in your system. The I, if it is understood, it becomes just the divine or the God. If it is not understood, it creates all sorts of trouble. All sorts of trouble. Anybody who asks, what is the reason for all the trouble? They will tell, ego, Swamiji. Everybody knows which creates trouble, which creates the troubles. Everybody knows it is just the ego. Everybody knows it is just the ego. But nobody could overcome. Nobody could crash it. In one side, people say ego is the trouble. The other side, the masters, they declare, I am the God, I am the truth, I am everything. There also it is I, here also it is I. What is the difference between these two I? How can they say, I am the truth? There are beautiful sayings, there are beautiful utterances. Vedakameham purusham mahantam amritasya putra srinvantu vishve amritasya putra. I have known the ultimate truth. You people are the embodiment of divine consciousness. There are verses in the Upanishads. You people are the expression of the ultimate intelligence. In so many places, so many masters, they declare, I is God, I is the truth. In the Vedas, there is a big Mahavakya called Aham Brahmasmi, means I am the God. There is one more Mahavakya called Sivoham, I am the Shiva. Soham, I am that. In all the religion, the ultimate statement is I am the truth, I am the God. What do they mean when they say I? With the ordinary sense, the I only creates all the troubles. In our life, the I only creates all the trouble, all the problems. In their life, I only is felt as a God. What is the difference between your I and their I? What is the difference between our I and their I? With our I, we continuously suffer. From morning till night, everything. What do you think? What is there for me? Any incident, any situation, you try to put your I in front. The I smells very badly in our life. It creates very bad smell. You should see there are people, as I was telling you the other day, they will present one tube light to the temple. In the tube light, their whole family name will be there. If you switch on, only the black lines will be there on the wall. No light will come, will be out. Wherever we go, whatever situation comes, we are always present. We always project. We are always first to say what is there for me in our mind. Any situation you deal only, how can I be in front? How can I be in front? You try your best to push yourself You try your best to be in the front, to show your I, but finally you get only the blues. Whenever we work hard to keep our I in front, we get only the blues, nothing else. Nothing else but the blues. With our life, I creates so much of problem. And not only that, the very I itself becomes a problem. With these great masters' life, with these enlightened people's life, the very I is such a joy, ecstasy. What is the difference? For us, the same I is a hell. For them, the same I is heaven. For us, the same I is a problem. For them, the same I is bliss. There are verses you should read, that Sivoham Sivoham by Shankara. He says, I am the Shiva, I am the God. There is a beautiful Devi Suktam. Aham Rudrevi. I am the gods of all the universe. One side, the enlightened people worship the I. The other side, ordinary people are just crushed, disturbed, continuously facing problems after problems by this I. What is the difference between these two? Why they should suffer, they should have problems, and why masters should have bliss from the same I? Taittiriya Upanishad very beautifully says, there is a very big Upanishad which deals on this I subject. It says, ordinary person never uses his I totally. Enlightened persons uses his I totally. There is no difference between you and the enlightened. There is only one difference. If you know the methods and techniques to use your I totally, it expands. If you don't know to use your system, methods, your I totally, then you are in trouble. Whenever you don't use your being totally, don't think not only it's not used. The one more big trouble is that when it is not used, it becomes cancer in your being. Anything which is not used, which is not helping your system, which is not becoming your being, that will become a cancerous growth. Am I right? Anything which does not allow your body function, any new object, any new thing which is entered in your body, but which is not becoming your body, which is not becoming your being, which is not absorbed in your system, if it stands alone, if it stands separately, not only it is not useful, it will become cancer. It will become a seed for any cancerous growth. The same way, if you don't use your I totally, it is not only that you are not using it, that will become a cancer in your being. We all carry the cancer which is called I, the unused I, which we can name it as an ego. Whenever the water flows, please no cell phones, switch off all the cell phones. If you give me the undisturbed space, you will see the energy or the expression of the discourse will be going up and up. Even one disturbance can bring down the energy. You can always see the speakers, as time goes on, they will become tired. Masters, as time goes on, they will become more alive. Because it's like more like energy build-up. It's not like a speaking. You see, if a man speaks ordinarily from the mind, After 10 minutes or 20 minutes, his mind will be dry. That's all. Whatever is memorized and came here to vomit is over. Nothing else, then he has no other material. But whenever you speak from the no mind, just you are flooded with the truths, but only with the committed group and only with the undisturbed energy. That is why even in the public in India, when we call for the mass meditation camps, when we conduct the mass meditation camps, 30,000, 40,000 people attend. Even in that big gatherings, we close the entry before I enter. Before I enter the hall, I always come at least half an hour, 1 hour late to allow the crowd to settle. So when they settle, the entry will be closed, only then we start. What is the difference between your I and their I? When you don't use your I totally, it becomes cancerous. The river, if it continuously flows, river also will be pure. Whomsoever comes near the river, they will also be purified. If it does not flow, if it becomes a small pool, what happens? It gets dirty. It gets contaminated. First, it becomes dirty. Whomsoever comes near, they also become dirty. The same way your being, when you use your being totally, when it expands, when it becomes total, it will be joyful, blissful, it will be eternal bliss, Nithyananda. And it will make everybody joyful, everybody blissful, everybody beautiful. When no problem. To switch off is a very big difficulty. Just like the mind. Mind also. To switch off it is very big difficult. To start is not so difficult. To charge is also not so difficult. To switch off is very difficult. When you are flowing, expanding, you will be in eternal bliss and you will make whomsoever comes around you, you will put them also in the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. But when you become a pool, you will also be in a very low mood, depressed, always dull, dead. You know, that's a beautiful thing. When you don't want, you will see that it happens continuously. When you don't want something, you will see that it happens continuously. The very no will make the other thing to happen continuously. If you decide, for next 2-3 days let me have rest, you will see unexpected all works will end up only on that next 2-3 days. You will have all your problems only on that next 2-3 days. The very no makes the world to do this. Whenever you choose something, you will see immediately that nature chooses the opposite. Just today I was telling, when you choose to meditate and try to sit, you will see you will have more thoughts than usual mind. The ordinary time, you will get if you get 2-3 thoughts per kshana, in the meditation time, you will have at least 10 thoughts per kshana. 10 thoughts per kshana. That's a big problem. Whenever you choose something, it creates trouble. If you are a river, you make yourself joyful and the others also. If you become a pool. Not only you stink, you create smell, you disturb others also. Whomsoever comes around you, you put them also into the same smell. You create disturbance for them also. What is the way to be a river? What is the way to expand? What is the way to be total? What is the way to be a big I? I always say, the difference between your I and their I is small I and capital I. For you it is a small I, for them it is a big I. What is the difference between your I and their I? It's nothing but small I and capital I. Once you understand, you are a total. Once you start using your total, it's actually using, nothing else. You have tremendous potentiality in your system. If you just know how to use, how to expand, that's enough. You will see, you reach the big I state. There are 5 techniques or understandings given to us to use ourselves totally, to use ourselves to the maximum by Taittiriya Upanishad, a great Upanishad. Upanishads are nothing but the research reports of the great enlightened masters. It's the research report of inner scientists. You have 2 kinds of scientists. One is outer scientists, whom you know, all these scientists who has created this mic, scientists who has created this video camera, scientists who has created this light. All these people are scientists of the outer world. There are scientists who work on the inner world. They are only called as rishis, enlightened masters. When an inner world scientist, when they become enlightened, they publish their research report, how they walk, what are the difficulties they faced, what are the ways they lived, what are the ways they overcome the difficulties, and how they reach the ultimate state. Their reports are only called as Upanishads. The Buddha's report to the world is what is Dhammapada. Shankara's report to the world is only all his bhashyas, all his commentaries. When masters publish their report, give their report to the world, it is called Upanishads. Here is a beautiful Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad. Gives 5 levels, 5 techniques, 5 understandings to live your life to its maximum, to its optimum. I'll just make a small diagram to show the 5 levels of your I, how your small I can become a bigger I. Let me explain. Of your I is called Annamaya. Second layer is called Pranamaya. Third is called Manomaya. Fourth is called Vijnanamaya. Fifth is called Anandamaya. You can't, and there is no need to remember the Sanskrit names. Just if you understand, that's enough. Annamaya means the body which you use now, this body. This is the first layer. Pranamaya means the second layer, the air circulation which is happening in your system is second layer. Manomaya, the inner chanting which is continuously going in your system, is called third layer. The sleeping hours is called fourth layer. Your energy or your ananda, your excitement, your happiness, your bliss is called fifth layer. Then when you cross the fifth layer, you become the big eye, then the small eye. Here you are Buddha, here you are Buddha. When you don't use your being totally, you are simply Buddha. When you use all your five system, all your five layers, totally you are a Buddha. It is not that somebody can use and somebody can't use. Everybody can use. It is available for everybody. Only it is up to you whether to use it or not, whether to have it or not. It is your individual decision. Here, I am going to just give you few small explanation and understanding about these five layers. Then you can decide whether to use your systems and become joyful, whether to flow like a river or to be like a pool, small pond. But be very sure, whenever even one layer, if it is not used, not only you don't use 20% of your being, that 20% becomes cancer. It becomes a cancerous growth. Not only it's a less, it is something worse. Simply if it is only less, nothing much is lost after all, little bit. But it is not only less, it becomes worse. Something cancerous in your system. First, Annamaya Kosha. The first layer. The Upanishad says beautifully, Annam Brahmeti Navyajana. The food is God. Anna means the food. Food is God. Don't waste it. The original meaning is simply understood opposite way. People think don't waste it means, oh, Upanishad says eat it and everything. Whenever I go to the devotee's house, it is a prestige for them to feed me. For me, it's a life and death question. For them, it is only prestige. So what they do? They fill the whole table, not only the leaf, the whole table with all types of food. And then they put everything into my table. Leaf. Then they tell me, no, Swamiji, you should not waste the food. Please eat it again. They try to guide me. No, you should not waste the food. Please eat it, Swamiji. See, if you waste the food outside, only the food will be wasted. If you waste the food inside, the system also will be wasted. Just because it will be wasted, if you put the food inside, what will happen? The system also will be wasted. There are few guidelines about your food to expand this body, to use this body at its maximum. At its maximum. If you follow these few basic guidelines on the food, you will see your body is alive, active throughout the day. From the moment you get up from your bed to the moment you go to the bed. You know only one thing in your life, the no diseaseness, never the health. We forgot the very concept of health. There's a beautiful verse which says about health. Quotation which says about health. What is health means? It's from Tantra. When you get up from your bed, what will be your first activity? Going to the bathroom. Your steps from bed to the bathroom should never be a steps, it should be more like a dance. It should never be like a steps, it should be more like a dance. Then you can say you are healthy. The first activity, as soon as you wake up, your mood and your body language, if it is just bubbling, overflowing, joyful, ecstatic, alive, then you can say you are healthy. Otherwise, be very clear, you are clinically alright, that's all. You have no disease, but you cannot say you are healthy. You can never say you are healthy. The disease is yet to be discovered, that's all. Yet to be discovered, yet to be diagnosed. It is there, it is not yet known. Only when you are in that well-being, as soon as you come out of the unconsciousness in the early morning, as soon as you wake up from your bed, you come out of the unconsciousness. At that moment, if you radiate life, joy, ecstasy, you can be sure you are healthy. Otherwise, you are yet to be diagnosed, that's all. That is only title, not that you are healthy. Be very clear. Have you seen the nature? You can see early morning, a bird, as soon as it comes out of the sleep, it will just chirp and make sound. Cat, it will just stretch the whole body. Dog, it will just go and verify its boundaries, whether things are going well, whether everything is perfect. Calm, it will just at least round the mother or the small stump in which he is tied. All the animals you can see early morning, they will be alive, fresh, responding to the nature. Human being is the only animal, as soon as he gets up, just turns and pulls the bedsheet up, goes back to sleep. As soon as you get up, what you do? One turn, pull the bedsheet and go to sleep. Human being is the only animal who is not fresh after his sleep and after his food. Who is not fresh after his food. We are the only animals who have disconnected themselves from the nature. We are the only being who have disconnected ourselves from the nature. No other animal has missed the nature. A small story. Once a man who is 40 years, he somehow wants to get rid of his wife and the wife's cat. 40 to 50 only, the new knowledge descends on you. He somehow wants to get rid of his wife and the wife's cat. Anyway, he could do nothing about the wife. At least the wife's cat, he wants to drive the cat. He took the cat in his car and some 10 miles away, he left the cat, came back to the house. As soon as he came to the house, he entered the house, he saw the cat is standing. Cats can catch the way by smell. Next day, picked up the cat, went to some 20 miles, left the cat, came back to the house. Next day, he saw, as soon as he came to the house, within 10 minutes, he heard the sound, turned and saw the cat is standing. The day was terribly upset. He took the cat, put it in a gunny bag, packed it, took some unknown streets, unknown roads, right, left, this way, that way. He reached some ranch, some forest. Then he felt, yes, this is surely new place even for me. I have never come here. Even for me it is a new place. Surely this cat cannot find a way. Let me leave this cat now here. He left the cat. He is driving back to the home. Suddenly in between he had a doubt, serious doubt. He rang up to the house. Here the cat has come, he's asking his wife. She said, oh, it is here. It's already here. What are you talking? The next person he asked, please find out the way from cat, I have missed my way. I lost my way. Human being is the only animal who lost his touch with the nature, who lost his way. All the other animals know their way. Only human being is the animal who lost his way. Human being is the only animal who started eating the junk food. Have you seen any other animal becoming obese? Obesity is the problem faced only by the human beings. About the food, 2-3 tips to keep this body, the Annamaya Kosha, the first layer of your eye, alive, active and fresh. Three tips. If you understand this, 3 is enough. First thing, the very first thing, there are 3 types of dosha. Dosha means, the dosha word cannot be exactly translated in English. Dosha means defects. You understand that much. 3 kinds of defects are there in the food. If you avoid these 3 kinds of defects, then you will see the body will be alive throughout the day. They call it Jadi dosha, Nimitta dosha, Asraya dosha. These are Sanskrit terms. You understand the meaning. Jadi dosha means by its own nature, the food which should not be taken. There are many food. By its own nature, it is not good for your health. How to find out? After eating, if you feel your stomach or your body, you will feel the uneasiness. All the junk food, all the soda items, all the junk food you can see. After eating, if you just sit and watch your system, you never sit and watch your system. You watch everybody's system. You watch everybody, but you never watch your own being, your own self. You know, all the great masters, they say, your body always speaks to you. You never speak to your body. You never relate with your body. There is a meditation technique in Tantra to relate with your body, in which you are supposed to relate with your body, talk to your body. You feel awkward, what? How to talk with my body? You talk with everybody, but you never talk to yourself. You never sense or you never feel what happens in yourself, in your system. Whenever you take any junk food, you can always see, you feel too much. It is called Jadi dosha. By nature, the food which is to be avoided, non-veg, onion, garlic, green chili, which makes you tense. If you eat the hard food, I have seen, especially the Samandra, gongura chutney, just chili, nothing else. Ice will be pouring. Their body will beg them, please leave me. But for the sake of tongue, not even they will touch like this. With all 2-3 fingers they will take and taste. Just the word, I think many mouths are giving saliva. Just the word is enough, gongura chutney. Many mouths have started to be. Body just begs. Many times you can see your body begs you to allow itself to leave. But just for the sake of taste, you put everything, anything and everything inside. Alcohol, smoke. By their very nature, the food which has to be avoided, vegetarian, the non-veg food has to be. These These are the first thing. The next thing, of course, I'm not going to give any rules, I'm giving only the understanding. Because if I start giving rules, there will be 1000 questions. If I allow this subject to be questioned, you will see, you will be stuck here itself. No, Swamiji, doctors say this is good, doctors say that is good. Somebody came and told me, Swamiji, doctor said me to drink wine. What should I do? Doctor would have suggested only little bit. But you use that as a visa. What can be done? It is you who has to decide, not me. I'm just giving you the understanding. If you want your being to be alive, to expand to the energy, if you want to keep yourself active, then understand these things. Try your best to follow. I'm not giving you any rules or morality. I don't believe in conscience. I believe in consciousness. I don't believe in rules. I believe in experience. So, I'm not here to give you any rules, but I can give you some understandings. These are just the research reports. Of course, and if you get into some trouble and go to some doctor or some psychiatrist, when he says, you will obey. And rishis or the masters say, we have all our reluctance and all our questions. We want to have all sorts of exemptions. People come and ask me. So, for healing, I give them 1 or 2 diets. Swamiji, can I have a little bit of this? I have to eat with my kids, Swamiji. I have no other way. I can have a little bit of exemption. I tell them. For cancers and all, I tell them, please don't eat non-veg for 21 days so that healing will be effective. The healing will be more active. Please don't drink at least for 21 days till you get healed. They say, no, Swamiji, I will go to this party, that party. Then go and die. Who says no? It's you to decide whether to go and die by cancer or should I get healed. It is your choice. It is their choice. They want the healing also and they want all exemptions also. Whenever we go for exemption, we ask for exemption. What will I tell? If they come and ask me, what can I tell? I cannot say anything strict. I say, all right, carry on. It is only they should decide. Whenever the doctors say, they obey totally. And the masters say, it's a little difficult. Then they think, no, he is giving it as a morality. He is giving it as a regulations. I am not giving these things as a regulations. I am not giving these things as a morality. I am giving these things as an understanding. The big difference is there. If you think you should not jump the red signal. If you think this is a rule, you always try to jump. If you think this as a rule, what will you do? You will just see if there is no calm. If you take things as a rule, you always try to go beyond because your nature is searching for freedom. Your instinct is asking for freedom. If you take anything as a rule, you will always try to go beyond it. You will try to break it. Don't take these things as a rule. You should not jump the red signal. It's an understanding. If you take that as an understanding, if I jump, if everybody starts jumping, the whole road will be mess. It will be an accident. It is a contract between me and my next person, the other person who drives the car. It is a contract, mutual contract between all of us. It is a contract between you and your next man, you and your other colleague. It is just an understanding. It is not the rule. When you look at the whole thing as this way, you will never feel like jumping the signal. You will never feel like crossing the signal. Because when it becomes understanding, it becomes your blood and bone. If it's a rule, it is only the skin deep. You try to go beyond. So take all these things as understanding, not as a rule. If you take all these things as a rule, as soon as you go out, what will you tell? Swami spoke nicely. He can do, he says, Swami, what we can do? We cannot practice all these things. These are impractical for us, you see. And especially even if we are in India, we could have done something. We are in America, it's a different culture, different society. Nothing. Simply our laziness, our misunderstanding, we put it on the society, we put it on the culture, we put on everybody's head except our head. Except our head, we put everything on everybody's head. Only never it reaches our head. Take all these things as understanding, not as a rule. Jati dosha is the thing. Food by its own nature to be avoided. Next thing, nimitta dosha. If there is a dirt, if it is some way became dirty, you shouldn't take. Of course, the hygienic standard of America is really good, so there is no need to bother about the nimitta dosha here. Third is asraya dosha. This is the great thing. This is the thing which you need to understand. Never ill-treat or misbehave with your cook. Don't think it's a rule. Now, I read the report. There is a book called Mind Matters. In that they say, if you eat the food which is cooked by your enemy or a person who is not happy with you, who is continuously having negative thoughts about you, within 21 days you get ulcer. Within 21 days, your stomach gets disturbed. Please be very clear. They say it is not that when you cook, you put only ingredients, you put your thoughts also. You put your thoughts also. Your thoughts play a major role in all your deed. And one more thing they say, the same the physics experiment in the physics, the same experiment done with the same instrument, in the same temperature, with the same things, by two persons, shows two different results. By this they come to the conclusion, the person, the thoughts, the being also plays a role in the outer activities. Your thoughts do have a major effect in all your deeds. And whatever you touch, Ramanuja says, Ramanuja is a great acharya. He says, don't eat the food cooked by wrong persons. Don't eat the food touched by your enemy. It's not that it is given as a morality. You need to understand one thing. Your thoughts play a major role in your deeds. And not only that, you radiate your thoughts. That's why with some people you feel naturally attracted. With some people you feel, just by one seeing or twice seeing, you feel as if you want to know about that person. As if you know him for a long time. You wanted him or her to be around you, or you want to meet them again. For some persons, as soon as you see, you feel like an escapee. You somehow wants to run away. Even if they come, you say thank you. You just move, walk off. Why? With somebody you fall in tune. With somebody, you just run away. Thoughts radiate a special melody. Thoughts radiate a special light. It is called aura body. Just around your body, your thoughts just emit energy. So don't think thoughts are dead things. They are alive energy. Whenever somebody touches some food, their thoughts also enter into that food. So, if you eat the food cooked by a person who is not happy with you, what he will be thinking when he cooks? He will be only cursing you. I always tell them, never disturb your cook and the driver. Of course, here the problem, no driver, so no problem. Never disturb your cooks. Never misbehave with them. Give them all your respect and keep them always in a good mood. Keep them always in a good way. Because when they cook, don't think they put only the ingredients, they put also their thoughts. Jadi dosha, nimitta dosha, asraya dosha. When you understand these three basic things about the food, I'll tell you in the English, the nature of the food and the hygienic. Food should be totally clean. Third thing, main, the food should be handled only by the person who has got good thoughts. In the same way, if you cook always with the divine name in your heart and the good thoughts in your being, then you will see the whole house will have a beautiful, happy stomach. They will have nothing, no problem with the stomach. And even if you have to go and eat in the restaurants outside, before taking the food, any food, just meditate for a few minutes. Set the positive energy to the food, then you take that food. You will see your body feels light. Your body feels very light. When you take the food which is cooked by the person who has got negative emotions, you will always see you are affected by it. One more thing. This is the main thing to be understood. Whenever you eat, how to eat, the attitude of eating. That's a small story. Once a king went to a Zen master and asked, Master, I heard that you are a great enlightened man. You are always happy. You are so joyful, radiant, alive. You just emit energy just by your presence. We feel so happy. What you do, what is the practice you do to reach this state, to be in this state? Tell me. What kind of meditations you do? What are the spiritual practices you are observing? He said, what practice? I eat when I eat, I sleep when I sleep, that's all. The king could not understand. He asked, please give me a little more explanation. Master says, no. When I eat, I eat. When I sleep, that's all. This much only is my practice. I am quite happy. Actually, when you eat, you don't eat. When you eat, at the time only you bring all your worries, all your troubles, all your planning. Just imagine, remember the scene of your eating. Quickly grabbing, that's one thing. Next thing, you will be having all sorts of planning mentally. What to do next, where to go, how about this, how about that, everything. If you don't think anything, she will be there to tell. I have to go to grocery store, I have to do this, I have to do that. Of course, here the lifestyle is different. Most of the time you eat in the vehicle or some outside restaurants. When you eat, except eating, your mind does everything. Your mind does everything. Your mind never enjoys or your mind never feels the food. Your mind never feels the food. Your being never feels the food. You just grab the whole thing, you just put it inside and fill your body over. When the Upanishad says, Annam Brahme Navyajana, food is God, don't waste it. If you eat without paying the attention to the food, you are disrespecting the food. It is just like throwing into the dustbin. When you throw it into the dustbin, you don't bother what is there in the plate. The same way, when you throw it into your body, into your mouth, if you don't bother what you are eating, what is the food, if you are not sensitive to the food, what is happening? Again you are just misbehaving with the food. That is what is the right word. If you eat without enjoying it, without tasting it, if you eat thinking of something else, you are disrespecting the food. You are misbehaving with the food. You are just wasting the food. Nothing else. You are just wasting the food. When Upanishad says don't waste, they say eat with respect. But you never do it. Understand this one thing. Whenever you eat, the 10 minutes, 20 minutes, give it for eating. Give it for eating and give it for drinking. You will see, first thing, the food becomes tasty. Next thing, your body becomes alive. You will not feel the heaviness. If you eat with awareness, you will never overeat. Because your body has got its own intelligence to control. If you eat with awareness, you will never overeat. And you can very clearly find out which food suits you, which food does not. If you just eat with awareness, that itself is a great meditation, nothing else. You don't need any other technique. Eating with awareness itself is enough. Itself is enough unto itself. Eating itself can become a meditation. Next thing, you will never overeat. Third thing, your body itself will understand what is good for you and what is not good for you. Your whole food habit will be regularized if you eat with the awareness. These are the few tips to keep your first layer of your eye to keep alive. Next thing, pranamaya kosha. Pranam brahmeti navyajana. Again the Upanishad says, prana is God, don't waste it. You need to understand this word. Prana is God, don't waste it. If you waste the 5 layers of your eye, then only you shrink yourself and you are only in the small eye. If you use all the layers of your eye, you will become a bigger eye. Prana is energy. Don't think prana means air. It is a subtle energy which is carried by air. It is called prana. Whenever the air circulation happens in your system, the subtle energy which goes in and comes out is the thing which is called prana. What is meant by don't waste it? Don't breathe in a very off-minded way. You breathe throughout the day, but do you mind your breathing? All of you, if you mind, you will see you are breathing only very short. You don't breathe in a deep, long way. Have you seen that Ganesha's statue? It's got a big belly. If you breathe totally, actually the Ganesha is considered as a god who is in Mooladhara Chakra. He is the god of intelligence. If you breathe deeply, you will see your intelligence also becomes just like Ganesha. That's why he showed the big nose, long nose. He is the god in Mooladhara. If you breathe deeply, the Mooladhara will be awakened. All your energy centers will be alive. As of now, you are alive, you are at your peak only in the moments of sex. Whenever your Muladhara is active, alive, your whole being comes to life. Whenever you are fantasizing, whenever you are in the mood of sex, you will see your whole being is active, vibrant, alive. Now only in the time, at the time of sex and the fantasizing, you are alive. But by the deep breathing, your body can be alive throughout the day. Throughout the day and throughout the year, it can become alive. It can become beautiful. There is a meditation technique in the ASP which we will be practicing tomorrow, I think by this time. Many people come and tell me, report me, Swamiji, with that meditation I feel that I am reaching the state of peak. I feel that inside my being, the orgasmic experience is happening. What is happening? How can meditation take me to such a peak experience? I tell them, it is nothing to do with the outer person, outer man or woman. It is something to do with your own energy system. There's a book called Discovering Love. In that backside, I have given a quotation. When I say surrender in love, I don't say surrender to the partner. I say surrender to the experience which is love. The same way, it is an experience. It is not because of the other. We always mistake. The joy is because of the outer world, the outer man or outer woman. No. It is because of the inner alchemy. Because your energy is awakened, you feel the joy and the ecstasy. Never because of the outer man and the outer woman. A small example from Ramana Maharshi. A dog has got one bone, dry bone. It started biting and playing with the bone. And finally the bone has scratched his own mouth and blood started coming out, oozing from his mouth. And the dog was just enjoying the blood, thinking that blood is from the bone. Just like that dog, the dog which enjoys the dry bone and sucks his own blood, thinking that blood is coming from the bone. Blood is coming from the outside. Just like the dog, we also use the dry bones of the outer world and we get the joy from our own system, from our own being. But we think the joy is from the bone. It is just your alchemy. If you change your alchemy, if you can change your system, if you can change your being, you will see continuously 24 hours you are the orgasmic joy, you are the ecstasy. People ask, how can a man go beyond the worldly pleasures? I have seen many people, especially the intellectuals, people who have read too much. Actually, one person, one elderly Pandit, he was asking me, according to the Shastras, the Shastra says 25 years of brahmacharya, 25 years grihastha, 25 years vanaprastha, 25 years sannyasa. According to the rule, you should have been grihastha. He asked me, you should have been a grihastha. Why you became a sannyasi? I told him, according to the rules, you should have become sannyasi by this time because he was above 75. You are not become. To compensate like you persons only, I became Swami. Then he said, poor man, in this young age you became Swami. I said, you poor, I feel only sorry for you. You don't know the state in the ecstasy or joy in which I am. Don't feel sorry for me. I only feel sorry for you, poor man, still now suffering in the world. He said, looking at me, oh, in this young age you have become Swami, very. I told him, I only feel sorry. I only feel poor. Even after this age, you feel still, you are still suffering, caught up in the world and bondages. That is a beautiful Upanishad says. When a man becomes enlightened, every every hair follicles emits a joy or ecstasy of orgasm. Every hair follicle. Just it emits the ecstasy. Every inch of your being emits the ecstasy of the joy continuously, 24 hours. I tell you from my experience, it is truth. It just continuously feels joyful, ecstatic. I tell them, because continuously inside the joy is flowing. It is just bubbling. I don't need the outer joys. This is the way the renunciation happens. When you are so ecstatic, bubbling inside your being, you don't need anything from the outer world, from the outside. Neither pleasure nor comforts. You are totally ease with your being, with your system. When you breathe with awareness, you will see your Mooladhara awakens. Vinayaka, Ganesh is the Mooladhara, representative of Mooladhara. Whenever you chant the Ganapati mantra, you will see that Mooladhara awakens. Gum is the Ganapati's bija. If you say the gum, you will see exactly and Mooladhara it resonates. The Mooladhara it will resonate. Mooladhara means where your spinal cord ends. The sex center. If you utter that word gum, you will see there like a hammer, it will be vibrating. The Ganapati mantra awakens the Mooladhara. Anyhow, if you just breathe deeply, that's enough. You will see the Pranamaya Kosha. The second layer of your body expands as deeply as possible. Whenever you find time, if you are driving, if you are just sitting, if you are relaxing in your house, if you are taking bath, whenever you remember, just start breathing as deeply as possible. You will see whole body gets awakened, alive. Whenever you are alive, you will see that the breathing will become fast. At the time of anger, at the time of sex, at the time of violence, whenever you remember somebody whom you hate, you can see always the breathing will become fast. Whenever you make the breath fast, you will become alive. Your being is flooded with life. You reach the beautiful, ecstatic layer. So whenever you remember, immediately start breathing as deeply as possible. Throughout the day, you will see you will be more alive and more active. There is a third layer, Manomaya Kosha. The inner chattering is what is third layer of your eye, Manomaya Kosha. How to keep the third layer alive and active. How to use the third layer alive and active. The Manomaya Kosha. Whenever you remember, there is a beautiful sutra. Manam Brahmyedi Navyajanat. The layer of the mind is God. Don't waste it. You waste, how you know? Throughout the day you can see you will be continuously thinking for no use at all. Throughout the day you will be continuously thinking, but there will be no use. If you just sit for 5 minutes, today all of you practice this one thing. When you go back to your house, sit just for 5 minutes and write down all your thoughts. Write down all your thoughts. You will see more than 80% is only junk thoughts, like a junk mails. When you see your mails, whatever is not useful for you, you say that as a junk mail. Just like that, if you write your thoughts and see, 80%, you may think, oh, 80% is too much, maybe 20-30%. But please, you write down and see. Then you will understand 80% is not useful directly to your life. It is not useful directly to your life at all. Either for your growth, I am not telling only for a spiritual life, even for your ordinary life, it will not be useful for your money making, or for your business, or for your health, or for your being. You may say, no, 80% is too much. But I have experimented with hundreds of people. I always found this 80% is a right ratio. 80% will be just junk thoughts. Whenever you find time, sit and try to analyze your thoughts. It's like cleaning the cobwebs. Analyzing your thoughts is equal to cleaning your cobwebs at least once in 10 days. Analyzing thoughts, what are you thinking actually? What's going on in your mind? You see, all your thoughts put together, the totality of your thoughts only is your life. Am I right? Totality of your thoughts only is your life. If a big lunatic asylum is going on inside, what will be your life? If you note down your thoughts, if you write down your thoughts, you will find it's nothing but a big lunatic asylum going on. Every side, every corner, everybody is jumping. Each side is very shouting. You do not know what is happening in your system. It's just like asylum. In asylum you can see one fellow will be shouting, one fellow will be rolling, one fellow will be jumping, one fellow will be... Each one will be doing their own way. Nothing is regularized, nothing is controlled. Just the same way only you are mind. It's not, don't think it's a clear system, it's a chaotic system. Try to analyze your thoughts. Thoughts are weapons. Don't think they are just dead instruments. What you think, that only you will speak. Thoughts are nothing but weapons. Try to analyze your thoughts. I don't say correct your thoughts. Never try to correct them. Just analyze. You will see they correct by themselves. When you try to correct, you will be fighting with yourself. Never. You will be trying to fly by holding your shoes. By pulling your shoes, you will fly. Never. Never try to fight with your thoughts. Never try to correct them. Because I know all of you tried all your best to correct your thoughts. But never. It gets corrected only. You are getting corrected. You finally come to a conclusion, thoughts cannot be controlled. You don't correct, just analyze and find out where the trouble is. Thoughts are just like, mind is just like a small kid. If you tell him, keep quiet, do this, do that, he will never obey. Just you watch him very relaxedly, slowly. Let him move around the hall, just sit and watch him. You will see, within 2-3 minutes, he will just look at you once. Second time. Finally, when he sees that you are silently watching, he will automatically sit silently. Keep quiet. Am I right? If you try to control the kids, they will never respond. You just try to witness him, watch him. He will silently come and sit next to you. Mind is just like a child. A small incident happened in Buddha's life. Emperor came to see Buddha. He was sitting and just shaking like this, legs, shaking the legs. I have seen many people doing this. I have seen like this, just shaking. It shows the inner restlessness, nothing else. Inside restlessness. And like this doing only, finally they get into Parkinson's. It starts shaking by itself. After some time, you don't need to shake, but it shakes by itself. Parkinson's. Now this is a habit only. It ends up in the Parkinson's. And the emperor was just shaking continuously. Buddha did not tell anything. He just watched him. He gave The emperor asked, Master, how can I stop my mind? Buddha says, the same way the which I stopped your leg. I didn't say to stop you. I just watched you. I just gave a look. When you understood that you are shaking, you automatically stopped it. You automatically stopped it. It's not that you tried, you also took some time or the method or the technique to stop it. If I say stop your legs, you will ask, Swamiji, please give me the technique, how to stop. No need for any technique. Buddha just looked, the king stopped. Same way, look at your mind, you will see it will stop. Because mind works only when there is unconsciousness. Whenever you find time, don't think, when I say that whenever you find time, you decide, no, I don't have time. When I tell the people, meditate, they always tell me, Swamiji, I don't have time. Everybody else is doing nothing. He is the only person who is doing the whole world's work. You see, never say you don't have time. You say one thing, I can't give so much of importance to the meditation. I have much more important work than meditation. Then things are understood. Then what you say is truth. Because everybody has got only 24 hours. Is there anybody who has got some more time? Oh, now they have discovered 24 hours plus 2 minutes. How many minutes? Nobody from physics. Nobody from this. Anyhow, 24 hours plus 2 minutes. That plus 2 minutes only comes as a leap year. 1 day extra. Everybody has got only that much of time. How can you say you don't have time? You can say, I can't give so much of importance to meditation because I have much more important work. You say that, then you can say you are honest. So never say you don't have time. Make some time. Instead of sitting and watching in front of your TV, the box which makes you idiot. That's called that nickname. The box is nicknamed as a, you know the nickname? Instead of sitting and watching, you can sit and watch your mind, but you will see much bigger shows inside your mind. You will see much beautiful shows inside your mind. When you sit and watch, witness your thoughts, you will see automatically they come to your rhythm, they come to your understanding. Your energy gets used. Your energy will be expanded properly in the dimension in which you want to grow. In the dimensions in which you want to grow. You take so much of time to clear your car, to clear your house, to clean your room, but you don't take time to clean your mind. And then you complain, Swamiji, in those days I used to have so much of peace of mind and so much of relaxed mood. Nowadays I am too stressed. Everybody says the same thing. I do not know which is the truth that those days. The man who is in the college level, he also comes and gives the same complaint. The man who is in his 30s, he also comes and says the same complaint. The man who is in 40s, he also says the same thing. The man who is in 80s, he also says the same thing. I was amazed that it's actually the peace. Everybody says in the past, once upon a time, I was so relaxed, so happy, so joyful. I had a lot of peace of mind. It is just your mind. At least once in a week, try to sit with yourself. Give appointment to yourself. You give appointment to so many thousands of people. Give appointment to yourself. Meditation is nothing but the time, the appointment which you give it to yourself. You spend so much of time on makeup. I heard here they spend so much of time on manicure nails. What is happening?